Welcome to this episode of Season 8 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Kyndal Bustine.
And I'm Ruby Dury.
When a new school year rolls around, students have to make all kinds of adjustments.
Some of these adjustments are related to part-time jobs and the hours we've been working. Still, there are other changes to make.
For most of us, our sleep schedules are way off. The same goes for our eating schedules.
But the biggest adjustment we need to make is probably our screen time, specifically with our phones.
Fortunately, EPS implemented a new phone rule to help us out.
Students currently are allowed to have their phones anywhere except in the classrooms or in the locker rooms. So between classes, passing time, they're allowed to have their phones, and at lunchtime, they're allowed to have their phones.
Principal Greg Mamoff had tried other rules, but felt they weren't as effective as this one.
The previous years that I've been here at EPS, the rules have been basically out of sight, out of mind, so didn't want students to have their phones on them at all, and if it was here at school, it needed to be in their lockers.
He came up with the idea after visiting with other schools.
Just talking to area principals and listening to people across the state. There's a variety of ways we're doing it. People are doing the rules, but this felt the best for our school at this time.
Wemhoff feels the break from phones is beneficial.
I think it's working very well. I think the students are satisfied with it, and I think the teachers are very happy that the phones aren't in their classroom. And I've heard from several teachers that they feel like the students are more present in their classroom. So far, so good, and I think it's working well.
Many EPS staff members are happy with the results.
I think it's working out great. It's taking a little bit of getting used to seeing kids in the hallway with their phones, but there's no question about whether or not the kids are on phones in their class. So it gives them the opportunity to check messages, especially because we know a lot of times that comes from parents, but yet they're still putting them away and teachers don't have to worry about them.
I think it's working out great. The students don't seem to have any problem with putting their phones in the pouches, and it just kind of gets them out of the way for the class period, and then they can look at them between classes.
It's working great. Haven't had any issues in the classroom, and I think the students enjoy having them in the halls and at lunchtime.
I think it's going well. Kids have been really focused in class and I don't have to worry about it, so I haven't heard any complaints.
The students seem to share the same opinion.
I think the new phone rule is good because then you can focus in class more and get more work done.
I think the new phone rule is good because teachers know where the students' phones are at all times, and they can count them before class, because they know how many students are in the class. So, I mean, students get to have them in between periods and at lunch, so they have enough time to be on them.
I like the new phone rule because it gives me time to go on my phone between classes and during lunch. I like the new phone rule because my class and I focus more in class.
Well, I like it because you can be on it during lunch and in between classes. And I was never on it in class anyways when like last year and stuff, so yeah.
I like the new phone rule because it allows me to go on my phone in between passing periods and during lunch.
Thank you to everyone who took the time to visit us about the new phone rule.
It looks as if this has had a positive impact on the students and staff alike.
And thank you for joining us today for another episode of W-EPS The Beak.
To keep up with the latest EPS shenanigans, check out our newsletter, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at W-EPS The Beak.
On air,
in print, in the know.